Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into 65 fascinating then and now photos from the First and Second World Wars. Let's get started. A Cromwell tank leads British troops inland from Gold Beach on D-Day, June 6, 1944. The 4th County of London Yeomanry advances through Vers-sur-Mer into Normandy's heartland. Allied wounded treated in Neuville-en-Argonne Church, 1918, compared to the same interior in 2018. This then and now pairing illustrates the lasting legacy of World War I in France. Captured German soldiers await transport at Bernières-sur-Mer railway station in 1944. Their presence reflects the rapid changes brought by Allied advances post-D-Day. General Eisenhower speaks with 101st Airborne Paratroopers at Greenham Common Airfield, June 5, 1944. Today, the historic airfield stands as a memorial to D-Day preparations. The iconic VJ Day kiss photograph in Times Square, August 15, 1945. This spontaneous celebration captures the jubilant mood, marking Japan's surrender and World War II's end. Parisians erect barricades like this one on Rue Saint-Placide, August 1944. These symbolic structures marked the city's uprising against German occupation as Allied forces neared. Allied bouncing bombs strike Germany's Mürner Damm in May 1943, killing 1,600 civilians. This daring raid on industrial targets inspired the 1955 film The Dam Busters. Sheep graze among Dresden-Frauenkirche's ruins, September 1957. This surreal scene showcases the lingering devastation of World War II bombing raids on civilian targets. Urakami Cathedral in Nagasaki, from atomic bomb ruins in 1945 to its restored grandeur today. This striking comparison illustrates both the devastation of nuclear warfare and the city's resilience. American troops assist comrades from a sunken landing craft off Omaha Beach on D-Day, June 6, 1944. This image captures the perilous conditions faced during the Normandy invasion. Tower Bridge stands amid smoke from London's docks during the Blitz on September 7, 1940. The Luftwaffe campaign killed 43,000 civilians, but failed to break British resolve. Japanese Imperial Army troops march into Kuala Lumpur, January 1942. This capture of Malaysia's capital highlights Japan's rapid expansion in Southeast Asia early in the war. 3 Red Army soldiers during the Battle of Berlin, 1945. This image captures Soviet troops in the final push to defeat Nazi Germany in its capital city. A German bunker with heavy artillery on Omaha Beach, June 1944. This fortification exemplifies the formidable defenses Allied forces faced during the D-Day landings. 2 American soldiers observe Uren, Belgium, during World War II. The photographer recreated this poignant scene from the same vantage point decades later. King George V distributes medals to the 33rd Division in Moulins-au-Bois, France, August 1918. A century later, the same location reflects on royal visits and wartime honors. A U.S. soldier sleeps against a damaged bakery in Normandy, June 1944. This image captures the exhaustion of combat and the war's impact on local infrastructure. Dresden's City Hall statue overlooks ruins in 1945, now gazing upon a restored cityscape. This before and after illustrates the dramatic rebirth of Dresden's historic center. Pearl Harbor, 1941. USS Arizona ablaze after Japanese attack. Today, the USS Arizona Memorial honors 1,177 fallen sailors, bridging past tragedy and present remembrance. Venus de Milo statue in the Louvre, from German occupiers' visit in 1940 to 2022. This comparison reveals wartime art preservation efforts and the museum's resilience through history. D-Day, 1944. U.S. troops storm Omaha Beach. Now, tourists enjoy land sailing on these historic sands, illustrating the profound shift from warfare to leisure. A fallen German soldier lies in Trevieres main square after its liberation, June 1944. Today, the peaceful square belies its wartime past. Omaha Beach, 1944. U.S. reinforcements land on D-Day. Today, sunbathers relax where soldiers once fought, symbolizing the peace hard-won through sacrifice. Atomic bomb dome in Hiroshima, Japan, 75 years after the 1945 nuclear attack. This preserved ruin serves as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of nuclear weapons on civilians. Dresden's Frauenkirche, from post-bombing ruins in 1945 to its 2015 reconstruction. These images showcase the destruction and rebirth of this iconic Lutheran church. Peterhof Palace, engulfed in flames during Nazi invasion, September 1941. This iconic Russian landmark's destruction symbolizes the devastating cultural losses inflicted by World War II. Parisians celebrating Allied troops' arrival scatter as sniper fire still erupts from rooftops. This tense moment reveals lingering German resistance amid Paris's liberation in August 1944. 2 German officers surrender to Canadian forces on Juno Beach, 1944. This scene represents the gradual collapse of German resistance following the Allied invasion of Normandy. U.S. Army paratroopers from the 101st Airborne drive a captured German Kubelwagen through Carentan on D-Day, June 6, 1944. Chaos and resourcefulness define this moment. General Pershing addresses 1st Division officers on April 16, 1918, before they head to the front lines. A century later, this location reflects on their legacy. American soldiers admire Notre Dame Cathedral, Paris, 1917 to 1918. This visit symbolizes the U.S. troops' cultural encounters while supporting French forces on the Western Front during World War I. American soldiers install an anti-aircraft gun in the Palais de Chaillot Park, Paris, September 1944. This defensive measure followed the city's recent liberation. American soldiers gather at a village fountain in Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, Normandy, June 1944. 70 years later, the fountain remains a symbol of liberation and daily life. Wehrmacht troops march into Paris in June 1940, marking a dark chapter in history. This moment symbolizes the swift fall of France to Nazi occupation. Aachen's town hall, nearly destroyed by bombing in 1943, stands restored today. This transformation showcases resilience and recovery after wartime destruction. An American soldier guards German POWs drawing water from a well in Pierrefitte-sur-Aire on November 9, 1918. The modern street view reveals war's enduring impact. A Catholic house repurposed as a cinema for German soldiers in Znyn, Poland, 1941. This image captures how daily life was transformed under Nazi occupation. Rangers establish a command post atop Pointe du Hoc after their daring D-Day assault, June 1944. The cliffs now stand as a monument to their bravery. A Canadian soldier directs traffic by Bernières-sur-Mer's church on D-Day, 1944. 70 years on, the church remains a landmark of the Normandy invasion. Dresden's Neumarkt Square, from bomb-ravaged wasteland in 1946 to vibrant urban center today. This comparison showcases the city's phoenix-like rise from the ashes of World War II. Honolulu's Lunalilo High School burns during 1941 Pearl Harbor attack. Today, Waikiki's transformed landscape bears little resemblance to its wartime appearance. Soviet soldiers marched through Runner, Bornholm, in May 1945. This image captures the arrival of Red Army troops on the Danish island following Germany's surrender in World War II. German soldiers maintain weapons at Knudska School during early occupation days in Bornholm. The image shows routine tasks by the 205th Infantry Regiment in 1940. A downed U.S. fighter plane rests on Juno Beach's waterfront in June 1944. The wreckage illustrates the intense combat faced by Canadian forces during D-Day operations. American troops march in Paris during a 4th of July parade in 1918, contrasted with the same view in 2018. This highlights the lasting bond between France and the U.S. San Lorenzo, Rome, lies in ruins after Allied bombing in 1943. The devastation starkly illustrates the heavy toll of war on civilian areas and cultural heritage. Company A, 353rd Infantry, celebrates the armistice on church steps in Stenay, France, November 11, 1918. 100 years on, the site commemorates the war's end. The Reichstag, Berlin, from Soviet capture in 1945 to post-war ruin and eventual restoration. Calday's iconic flag-raising photo symbolized USSR's victory over Nazi Germany. American soldiers stand in Sainte-Mère-Église, Normandy, a key location during the D-Day invasion that played a crucial role in the Allied push into France. Dresden officials survey bomb damage in 1947, contrasted with the rebuilt City Hall today. This pairing highlights the city's journey from wartime destruction to post-war reconstruction. American troops parade through Place de la Concorde, Paris, July 4, 1918. This Independence Day celebration showcases the strong Franco-American alliance during World War I. German forces parade captured French tanks down the Champs-Élysées, 1940. This image captures the occupation of Paris and the temporary triumph of Nazi forces. Local Ukrainians welcomed German soldiers in Lviv, 1941. This controversial moment highlights the complex dynamics of occupation and collaboration during World War II's Eastern Front. Canadian soldiers converse with French civilians near Villa Denis et Roger, Bernières-sur-Mer, June 1944. This scene captures the first interactions between liberators and locals on D-Day. Allied soldiers take a moment of respite during the intense fighting of the Normandy campaign, highlighting the human aspect of warfare. American supply trucks enter Buckley, France in 1918, contrasted with a modern World War I memorial. This comparison bridges the century-long impact of the Great War on French towns. German POWs march along Juno Beach to ships bound for England on June 6, 1944. Captured by Canadian forces at Bernières-sur-Mer, they represent early Allied successes on D-Day. Civil defense units patrol Oostergade in Runner after Soviet bombings in May 1945. This image shows local resistance members maintaining order amid post-war destruction and chaos. Hiroshima's Aioi Bridge, from post-atomic bombing devastation in 1945 to bustling city life today. This juxtaposition showcases the city's remarkable recovery and transformation. A disabled German Panther tank in Chenot, Belgium, 1944. This image showcases Allied advances and German equipment losses during the push towards Germany after D-Day. An American soldier contemplates a French WWI monument in Normandy, bridging two world wars and symbolizing the shared sacrifices of allies across generations. US troops claim victory at La Cité d'Alert, Saint-Malo, after neutralizing a German bunker. The site now serves as a reminder of France's liberation. Arras's Hôtel de Ville stands damaged after German bombardment, November 1914. The restored building now symbolizes the city's resilience and rebirth. Wrecked German planes at Place de la Concorde mark Paris's liberation, 1918. This iconic square continues to embody French freedom and national pride.